My boss wanted to see 35 people in the room, so I got 40 people in the room. Whether they are genuine journalists or not, doesn't matter. As long as next day morning something comes in the print and something comes on the television, which I can make a file and give it to my boss saying, your coverage is coming. Is that the impact that an organization is looking for? Far from it. Actually, we are fooling ourselves by doing that. The time has come to question the status that we have been following all along. Is it the right way to reach the actual audience that we want to reach? And particularly for a organization like yours, Maharatna is it? Or Navratna, what do you call yourself? Maharatna. So for an organization of that stature, how is it that you reach your end consumer? Who is your end consumer? Whom are you trying to tell the message? What are you trying to tell them? And I often heard this joke from some of my corporate communication colleagues saying that the boss' wife wrote a book, which of course was not written by her, but then the boss wants a press conference to announce the release of the book. Now, how ethical is it to do all this kind of stuff? And I have, for example, in all my career, refused to do this kind of stuff. Very proudly to say that I refuse to attend press conferences where I don't see value in the press conference. I would rather do a one-to-one sitting across the table with a person concerned and getting the maximum use out of it. Which brings us to the question very clearly is, where is the new media evolving? The news, of course, you've seen how Mr. Modi used, I couldn't get the slide of that in time, but he uses the radio for Mann Ki Baat. Other day when Mr. Obama was here, he was also speaking on the radio. For example, not many of us know that Mr. Obama actually uses the radio only in the US for his State of Union address. Okay, television are rarely used because the reach of the radio is immense. And in India, unfortunately, the FM channels are not allowed to give out news. But the day the FM channels are allowed to give out news, you'll see an explosion of a new media there, killing the traditional media all the more. But today it's just music, which brings us to the last point, is not the last part of the slide, but last point of this particular set of slides that I'm showing you is the internet. I remember when I joined the Times of India here in Hyderabad in '93, the first computer in the office was a small Macintosh, which was like about 2 feet in height and about 1.5 feet in length. And it was a very odd machine which we used for about almost 5 years before we got a new set of machines. And those were the days when we never had an internet. We used to have one guy sitting and typing on the teleprinter and sending out teleprinter messages. And I remember the day when Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated at Sri Perambudur. We had Pushpa Iyengar, our correspondent from Chennai, there, sitting out in a telephone booth, conveying the entire news to us in the Bangalore office as to what is happening. So that power of the internet has come about in the last 10 years to be precise, because we had net before that, but the real explosion that is happening today, the mobile phone, as I was attending the BioAsia today morning, and Mr. BBR already the chairman of CIAN, or formerly Infotech Enterprises, he was telling us that the power of a mobile that he was using today is equivalent to computing power 10 years ago in the same, or 20 years ago in a room like this. And there was a demo on the stage of showing how you can take an ECG reading with a mobile phone and send it to a doctor. So that is the age which communication is coming to today. And thanks to internet,